G'day, James. Welcome back into the potty. Week off?
Yeah, week off. Had a week off. I mean, it's just after that big spanking by the Springboks, just needed to take time to reflect.
Yeah, okay.
As a sports journalist and as a broadcaster, it was quite confronting.
Yeah.
And I think that time has helped.
Yeah.
Obviously not happy with the vampire, the Georgian referee, and I don't think he should ever referee an All Blacks game ever again. Ever.
He will though, won't he?
Oh yeah, they'll bring him back for the World Cup final.
Hey,
he will rise again. And he's like, he is going to punish us. And the only thing that was going to work, we know, it's wooden stake to the heart. So who's going to do that? Ethan de Groot.
Yeah, he does look like a vampire slayer, doesn't he?
I reckon.
He does look like a Van Helden or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to address something. Yesterday we talked to Ryan Fox about chasing the fox. He came into the studio, and I thought I'd throw some ideas around him about maybe franchising the chasing the fox format around the other PGA and LPGA players.
Yeah.
And I had finding the Fleetwood and shuffling with Scheffler and all these things. And then I went to I think it was catching Co.
Yes.
Now, what I was supposed to say was chasing Minji after Minji Lee.
Oh, God.
But I ended up just saying this.
Just play the audio, Joe, yeah.
Speaking of the Chasing the Fox format, if you're watching that TVNZ coverage, you'll get it pretty quickly. But I was thinking potentially you could franchise it out around the PGA. And I was thinking of other names you could do.
Oh dear, this is going to go bad.
No, it's not too bad. Like chasing the fleet for Tommy Fleetwood, running with the ram, stroking the striker, shuffle past Scheffler. And then I moved to the LPGA and I said catching the Co, which I thought was quite good.
Yeah, that's good.
Had a massive brick wall when I had chasing the Minge. Yeah, so I meant to say Minji.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did not mean to say that.
I meant to say Minji, not Minge, because I said the LPGA. That seems like you're just chasing. It made me look like a bit of a misogynistic pig, which, to be fair, maybe. But I was meant to say Minji, as in Minji Lee, the sister of...
Yeah, no, you did not mean to say that. You said what you said, and
I'd like to apologise to Ryan.
Credit to Ryan for predicting it right at the start, going, this is going to go badly. He just knew where you were going. And the fact that we're becoming too predictable to people like Ryan Fox means that there is an issue there. He's reading us like a book.
I don't want to make you play it again, Joe, or make you listen to it again, Lane, but can we just play it one more time and listen to the silence?
Speaking of the Chasing the Fox format, if you're watching that TVNZ coverage, you'll get it pretty quickly. But I was thinking potentially you could franchise it out around the PGA. And I was thinking of other names you could do.
Oh dear, this is going to go bad.
No, it's not too bad. Like chasing the fleet for Tommy Fleetwood, running with the ram, stroking the striker, shuffle past Scheffler. And then I moved to the LPGA and I said catching the Co, which I thought was quite good.
Yeah, that's good.
Had a massive brick wall when I had chasing the Minge.
Oh, God.
What else you got?
Mike Lane, father of 3.
Minji!
Daughter's out there, the school holidays.
I meant Minji. As in Minji Lee.
We're sorry, Pippa and Anna and everybody else what's your mum's name again?
Sue.
Sue Lane, the original Sue. The original Sue Lane. Actually, to be honest, it's a bloody good idea because franchising. Like I was thinking, roaring after Rory.
Yeah.
Catching the tiger, obviously, is the one. But the
trapping the tiger.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you want, you can kind of retool it. But let's be honest, the ACC won. The ACC are the winners.
Yes.
And I was privileged enough. I mean, I've done some pretty big interviews in my time. I don't mean to name drop, but, Usain Bolt.
Anna Kournikova.
Exactly. What's in there? No, not Kournikova. Sharapova.
The skateboarder.
Exactly.
Tony
Hawk.
Have you done Tony Hawk?
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
But then
Famously.
getting Jeremy Wells in that, he was almost presidential and super arrogant because there was no...
Is this post...
it was pre.
Pre?
It was pre-winning. He was going, we're going to show what the hard-working media are all about. And he was just giving it right down the barrel. And it was the most honest and sort of candid because, he's got a little bit of a Jerry filter.
Yeah.
Like the filter runs full noise when he does 7 sharp.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
a full force field.
It's a puppet.
Yeah.
That is, he is being John Malkovich on that. But, if we ever get to hear that, I mean, I saw it was posted, Joe posted it on social the other day, and I just went, Jerry he was in full force there, and they won it thanks to Mark Richardson.
Yeah, because Ryan did say that. He goes, Rigger was just on a heater.
Yeah.
And he goes, we can't have that. Like that's why this year they're playing as peers, the professionals.
Oh right.
So he's going to have a partner with him, and that's why we were kind of going down there. Could it be Minwoo Lee? And he said no, he's unavailable unfortunately. But it's going to be someone of that caliber who's going to partner with him, which will allow him and his partner to take more risks, because if they take a risk, they're pretty much out if they bogey a hole. You know what I mean? Automatically.
Well, surely we've got to have a Joe Jury sponsored team from Rangiora, you know? Isn't that where the two Japanese Kiwis are from who've been doing really well in golf?
Oh, really?
Joe, you know, you've been reading the news.
Yeah, absolutely. They're killing it.
Yeah. So we've got to...
He's got no idea.
No, but
Fletcher Newell can play golf.
I think they're brother sister team. So we need to get them and get Fletcher Newell as well. But reinforced screens. We'll be stomping all over them.
Imagine the swing on Fletcher Newell.
Well, should we chuck in Brodie McAllister as well? Another big stake from down that way.
I was thinking about Fletcher Newell. If we melted these two down, Joe Jury and Finn Caddie, would it remold back into Fletcher Newell? Because how heavy is Fletcher Newell?
Well, he's between them. We need to do an evolution of man type thing where, and I hate to say it, Joe. But
am I the first evolution?
Currently.
Right.
But you wouldn't have been when he turned up. This is the problem. MASH has done a massive glow-up transformation from the polar bear to this svelte frickin' Ben Stokes thing going on.
And are you saying that Fletch might be in between Joe and I? Well, I'll take that, obviously, but Joe, I feel like you're being hard done by there. Rigger was a ring-in, wasn't he, for that team?
He was.
And I don't think that gets mentioned enough. Bryce Casey was supposed to be the man playing.
With one of the weakest excuses known to man, decided to...
Stage fright.
He decided not to play because he had a family appointment to be at his wife's final radio show.
Yeah, something like that.
And now he's never going to get a look in.
No.
And he's a keen golfer.
Yeah, and he does good content on social as well, so enjoy your socials, Bryce. Now, we've got to give him another chance. Come on.
They can't.
Well, if we do these geography teams, like I'm pitching, the Rangiora team, maybe...
Geography team.
Where's Bryce from? Where's he originally from?
Welly? Is he Welly?
He seems like a Welly boy.
I think it's Taranaki.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
no.
Why don't we just throw in the Bay of Plenty while we're here?
He's the son of a banker. He pretends to be a bogan. He's actually quite wealthy. He's total pretense, like fake bogan. But he is he's Auckland and Wellington.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about if you just...
I
Metro.
say
He's Metro.
Bring back Bryce as well.
Not to mention the competition, but what about if you just chuck the whole Rumble team in there? Isn't Mel's a Welly boy as well? Or is he just a Hurricane supporter?
He wouldn't be able to handle losing, I don't think, Miles.
He hates golf.
Oh, is he quite
That's
competitive?
because he's not very good at it.
Like I remember on Craig as well, I came up with this name for golf, Hitty Walkie.
Yeah.
And he loved that and used it all the time. And to Rigger was just going, what are we doing? But then Rigger called it Hitty Walkie. He embraced it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Live.
Hitty Walkie.
Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's. Live from the Export Beer Garden studio. This is the agenda for Friday, the 26th of September.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Well, on today's show, we will preview the first Bledisloe and spend 25 minutes poring over some team sheets. The Black Ferns are getting ready for an oh-so-exciting third-place playoff, and the bloody Ryder Cup is as good as here, and of course, so much more. But fellas, do we want to rake over any coals from 2 weeks ago, or have we done enough of that?
No. I don't want to. Do you want to rake over any coals?
No. I'm done. I mean, like I said, I took a week off. I took a week off just to avoid that because it's just putting the boot in again. I mean, not that we do that here on the ACC.
Never.
Did you guys put the boot in?
Not really. We were just a bit depressed.
No,
I was
more sad.
I was a bit sad, and also I was reeling from just because I believe I behaved quite respectfully after we beat South Africa in Eden Park. I didn't rub it into all the Saffers' face that were lighting up in my WhatsApp groups. I was pretty good about it.
For your standards, you were pretty good about it.
I was pretty good about it because I knew what potentially might be coming. However, their behaviour when they won by that significant amount wasn't great.
Not good.
It wasn't great.
I mean...
I'm talking about my own personal WhatsApp here.
Yeah, I'm sure you're getting a lot of messages, people sliding into DMs on the shore there, doing little drive-by stuff. But look, I actually applaud Rasi and Tony Brown and that whole team because they kind of came in with this plan of the young ones. I mean, no Eben Etzebeth, I thought, what are you doing? And it was a masterstroke. They played faster. They did everything that they could to sort of rattle the All Blacks. Still went aerially as well. So it's weird. They still played the boring game, but somehow it seemed way more entertaining.
Do you think every time a box kick happens in rugby, someone switches over to the NRL?
Quite possibly. Well, the ratings are showing that, I think.
Yeah, it's like every time a box kick goes, I'm over NRL. I'm done.
Well, mind you, actually, we've had it's been a good year. It's been record ratings. I don't know. More people love their footy. I think it's
that's because they're sitting at home watching and not going to the game.
I think that's the problem. It's falling in love with your sport and the narratives. But I think NRL pushed all their narratives and their social media is way stronger.
Yeah. Oh, that's because they're warts and all though.
But even the NRL physio, like there's a Instagram account, NRL physio. That's a good idea. Even Joe's nodding. There's probably an ice hockey equivalent, isn't there?
Is that where all the physios get on and say what the injury is and recovery time and everything?
Yeah, they have animations of the knee exploding, and then they say 6 to 8 weeks on this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's a proper doctor, I think.
Yeah.
But
and do they have one for the off-field one as well? Like, this is how he smashed all that cocaine in the toilets.
Well, they should. The ACC could start that.
Well, even the general optics of how we look at NRL compared to how we look at All Blacks players, like what's happening with Smithy at the moment and this scandal around him and his dealing or whatever allegedly. Okay.
Well, the text messages are pretty clear.
I mean, this isn't an issue for him. His career is not going to go down the gurgler. But if that was an All Black or the way we look at rugby, I think there's just a slightly more pessimistic view on the sport in general, isn't there? So that's why.
Yeah. I'm not blaming Brandon Smith at all. I mean, I'm blaming Waiheke, where he grew up. I mean, let's be honest. They're all on drugs over there.
The wineries, yeah.
Exactly. Well, wine is a massive drug, so let's throw that in.
Attaboy.
Let's throw it in.
They're drunk on wealth over there.
They're drunk on wealth. They're drunk on drugs. They're growing weed. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They are doing it all over there on Waiheke, and that is why Brandon Smith is the way he is. That's why he's got white line fever. That's why.
And that's why we almost respect it, but we don't.
Look, the All Blacks team, there's only a couple of changes, really, but it's good to see Cameroids is back, and Cortez Ratima is back in the halfback stakes. Poor Christie the Clown, Finlay Christie, after playing two of his best tests, has been benched. And Jabba the Butt is back in, Caleb Kawasaki.
It's right, Caleb was better than Skidmark Clark, isn't it? But I think you can't say Jabba the Butt. We've talked about that. It was this Caleb Clark Dashian, which has never taken off.
I can't help it. Jabba the Butt just comes out. It's exactly like Severed Peace. And Seaman Porker is stuck in my head as well.
No, he's back as well. Anyway, I've heard that maybe Caleb Clark is injured and possibly Rico is in. There's a word that Ethan de Groot might be a little bit iffy as well. These are just whispers. I don't know what the truth is, but hey, by the time this comes out, we'll have it'll all be out there in the media.
But Dog Roll is having another week off, so Artie comes into the captaincy.
Well, when you say another week off,
well, I mean they said he would kind of be okay for this game, and then they said no, he needs another week.
So I saw him. He played the full 80 in Wellington. They said he was playing with a shoulder injury, and I guess maybe that's just the pride of the captaincy. He didn't want to go off because he didn't want to leave a sinking ship. So that's the measure of the man, Dog Roll. But it didn't look too bad. I mean, I didn't notice anything from the game. Mind you, we weren't exactly focusing on him.
No, we're throwing stuff at the screen, and
it was the floodgates that we were worried about, and the flood of the deluge of tries.
But Australia are paying $5 for the win. $15, 13 plus.
Are we putting 100 on them?
Well, I put a multi on. I put more than 55.5 points, and I've put 4 try scorers. I think it's going to be high scoring.
Eden Park, not in the dark.
Not in the dark. It's afternoon footy, 5 o'clock.
No doubt you've put Leroy Carter down to score another couple.
Absolutely, and Seaman Porker.
Yeah.
You've put Seaman Porker in the multi.
Yeah, and it's going to return $13,000.
Oh, shit.
Because I've also got Corey Toole in there as well.
Good bet.
And Max Jorgensen. So 4 try scorers and more than 55.5 points total. $100, returning $15,000.
Holy crap. Okay, I'm going to have to get on that because, I mean, just by throwing Seaman Porker in that, that's gone massive. Look, why not? He's had a huge season. And do you know what? When we were at Crago's World at Sky, when we were talking about Simon Parker, we were struggling to find highlights for him. Like you have to head, through his whole career. He's been at the Chiefs for a while. And it's only really in the past 6 months where it's like highlight. So he's ready, G Lane.
He is ready to dot down.
He is ready.
I reckon, it's a good vibe punt, that one. But yeah, we've got live coverage of that from 5 o'clock tomorrow, live on Radio Hodaki and on iHeartradio. If you stick it on Radio Hodaki, it is an exact sync with your Sky coverage if you've got a Sky box. If you're on Sky Sport now, probably the iHeart coverage is a better bet in terms of syncing it up because they're both digital products that are a little bit delayed. But we'll be there. I don't believe the game's even sold out yet.
No, and also the last time I noticed that it's quite high up, that commentary gantry of the position that we're in. I'm going to bring my granddad's binoculars, because I can't see.
I've asked for a screen.
Yeah,
we
please.
need a screen in there.
Yeah, we're rooted otherwise. I was just, going, someone's doing something down there. Can't really work it out.
You're going to have to get the Ray Warrens. Ray Warren. Ray Warren had his binoculars on a stick. He had it on a thing, and he would just do the whole game on the. It's a great piece of audio.
Well, the embarrassing thing was at the start of the game going, what? Oh, no, he's McOnie Finn running in the wrong direction. Oh, he's scored an own try. All right.
Oh, he scored.
Oh, he scored, right. Yeah.
Sticking to rugby, the Black Ferns are playing the game that no team ever wants to play, and that is a Rugby World Cup playoff for bronze against France. Even when the All Blacks play these ones, it's like, oh, God, and they all pretend like they have to front up, pretend like everyone cares, but in reality...
the Ben Smith game, like even them saying that was one of Ben Smith's best tests. It's like, why don't you fucking pick him then? Holy shit. Don't tell us that now. Oh, geez, that was a good test. No one gives a fuck.
No.
Like, you actually had a chance to pick the guy, and, sorry, Shag, but, but it was just so, that was a frustrating one. That's Japan I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Against Wales.
It's one of those ones that I think when I was talking about it, it's like the kind of boxing at the Olympics. They don't have a third playoff. They just both get bronze. It's such a physically demanding game. Why would you put yourself out there for that, for what's really nothing? But
touch footy, maybe?
Yeah, maybe touch.
Bit of touch or force back?
Yeah, force back would be great. Or just run it straight. Would be more entertaining. Anyway, it's 11:30 on Saturday nights. Once you watch the All Blacks, got a bit of rugby league. No, that's happening on Sunday. It's Friday night, Sunday.
That's what they're doing. They're making a midday game over there.
Yeah.
And Georgia Miller is back, and everyone, all the comments on social media are like, too late.
Yeah, well, it's true. 7 days too late.
It's like, how many times can people say too late? It's like just too late.
Are we going to beat the French? Do you know anything about the French side?
I think we should beat them comfortably. I mean, there's like 3 teams light years ahead of everyone else, and that is England, Canada, New Zealand.
Right.
Can I talk about some wholesome content?
Should we take a break and come back just to prepare ourselves?
Okay,
yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm ready for some wholesome content.
Same.
There is an English rugby player whose brother dresses as someone from the opposing country, and so he dressed as Napoleon for the game of England against France. And it is the audio is really good, so maybe I'll give this to Joe, and I'll play the crappy version for us. Wait a second. Yeah.
So he dressed as Napoleon.
Yeah, he dressed as Napoleon.
So what's he going to do?
He goes, it's Waterloo again, we lose again. I love all that. And then she's like, Chris! And it's just so lovely, like the brother supporting. Obviously, she's the athlete in the family. Well,
and he's just the piss head.
Yeah, he is. He's the piss head. So we're going to have a look out for him in the final. It's the only reason why I'm watching the final.
I reckon he's going to come dressed as a beaver.
Yeah, well, he could. Well,
is that appropriate?
I think it's fine.
Okay, good.
It's either it could be beaver, mountie, or moose, right?
Oh, yeah. What else? Or Alanis Morissette?
Oh no, Joe's going to join in. Here we go.
You can't be coming as a moose knuckle though.
Well, I think he will. He had a moose knuckle with the Napoleon outfit, so he's going to
double
double up.
Did he?
You can't come as a moose. You can't come as a beaver.
No, or a moose head or anything like that.
If he was to face NZ, who would he dress up as, do you think?
Oh.
Bane?
Ooh.
Richie McCaw.
Joe
yeah,
Lomé.
that's better.
I mean,
problematic.
you
Careful,
could do
yep.
Sir Edmund Hillary. You could do
Sir Ed, yep.
yeah, Lord. I
Yeah,
think Lord.
Oh, Lord's a good option.
Sir Edmund Hillary would be good because then he could say they're not going to knock this bastard off.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be a good
that's
line.
nice.
And she
Yeah.
can go, oh, Matthew. Whatever his name is, Nick. Chris.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It's like she's secretly embarrassed but loving it. It's good sibling humour. But yeah, wholesome. We'll look for that. But yeah, England v Canada will actually be a good final. So
game, yeah.
we can be salty about not making it. But yeah, it's going to be a goodie. I'm going to watch that and look out for De Goody. Sophie De Goody. She is the goal kicking lock for Canada.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Very good player.
My
So old
daughter
school.
was like, how come that
Yeah.
huge chick does the kicking? I'm like, it's because she's a good kicker. Watch. And she smashed it from the sideline.
Yeah, she is unbelievable. So, and then the halfback Pelletier, who's just a little genius. So, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch Canada.
Yeah. Well, also kicking off this weekend is Ryder Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Timings aren't great for the Ryder Cup because it's in the US, it's in New York, so
It's early.
It's pretty much overnight. Like it starts at midnight the first session, but I think you can get the second session in of Ryder Cup. And as I mentioned earlier in the week, around when it was, it might have been yesterday, talking about the economics of this event, and it's like almost a $500 million revenue generating event.
You missed a good day there, James. There was a full list of all the economics of the Ryder Cup.
Oh, you got to read the list.
Yeah, you would have loved it. But it's
like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Mike Lane, the list reader.
So $1,500 for a day pass, New Zealand, and then everyone's wowing on that you get unlimited concessions, no booze. But it's like you've just paid $1,500 to get in. I'd expect a free fucking burger.
It's kind of crazy how everyone goes nuts. And the weird thing about the Ryder Cup is I don't remember too much about the golf. All I remember is just wild celebrations, the partners and wives, the wags dressing up in, matching outfits and all that sort of stuff. So, and then the fans going completely nuts as well. It's like everyone is pulling focus massively.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Yeah, you're right.
But there's this event and I'm sure something happens, but I just can't place it. Like you remember Tiger's approach shots and the putt that stayed on the lip and all that stuff you remember. But Ryder Cup seems to be a lot about celebrations, wild celebrations, wags on fire.
And non-wags as well, because there's always a couple of members who haven't got wives or girlfriends.
Yeah.
And famously, the last one, Victor Hovland.
Yeah, it was vacay,
Victor Hovland didn't have a partner, and so basically lay down on the ground, and all the other partners crouched around him, like fawning over him while he posed. And that was one of the great photos.
Is that the photo where the wags get up in the caddy type outfits, the dungarees, the overalls or whatever they are? Because I think I can picture it. I remember him on the
might
green.
be in your mind.
Right, okay.
Imagine in your fantasies.
Imagine if you're the wag who just doesn't want a bar of it. Like, the wag who's
every wag, they're not high school sweethearts who all of a sudden the husband's become a great golfer. Okay?
All right, Gina, go off, Queen.
Yeah, it's almost like,
come on.
They know what they're getting themselves in for, and that is heaps of cash.
They're Jared Goff's wife.
Jared Goff's wife.
Wayne Gretzky's daughter. I'd say probably one of the most notable wags.
Yes, there you go.
I don't know if Dustin's actually in the picture these days.
No, he's kind of off the rails to on the rails, I think.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, it's funny with America. You do recognise 5 or 6 of those big names, obviously Scheffler, DeChambeau, blah blah blah. But then there's a couple of names where you go, okay, Claymore or Clayton or whatever his name is. Okay. But then with Europe, I reckon there's better name recognition for the first time. I reckon I know every single European, or have heard of every single European. And obviously Tyrell Hatton, the drinking buddy of John Rahm, thanks to the audio from a couple of weeks ago. They've been picked because they hit the piss together, right?
Yeah.
Only reason.
He's a good vibe guy. I'm talking to Foxy. He was like, he is one of the best guys to do a round with, Tyrell Hatton. He says if he's not swearing at himself and yelling at himself, then he's not playing good golf. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, Tyrell. He's like the whole time just talking about himself in the third person and swearing at himself. But the Europeans aren't favourites. Obviously, it's been hosted in America, so Americans seem to have the favourite tag there.
Can we put a bet on Europe?
We got a bet on a hole-in-one happening.
Okay.
Yeah, we stuck that on our hunch.
That's quite good. But I looked at the European pairings. There's no place for Justin Rose, and it's kind of weird. It's like I think they're sort of going, Justin's kind of just a bit. He's a loner. You know what I mean? Like
He doesn't drink enough.
Yeah, exactly. He's not really one of the lads, but he's a really
showers
good
in his
golfer.
undies.
Exactly.
He showers in his undies
does.
back in the Europe changing room.
It's like, just say it, nerd, or whatever. You know, like that's kind of what the captain is kind of wanting to say. But yeah, okay.
I found that photo of Vic. Holy shit.
It's good, eh?
That is one hell of a photo.
It's one of the great photos.
And forgive me, it is little white dresses as opposed to overalls.
I knew that was something.
Funny how I prefer the overalls over the... Anyway, not the point.
I think you're thinking of Paulina Gretzky at the Masters that one year.
Yeah.
Where she was walking around with Dustin Johnson.
Oh,
in full
that's
white.
right. Yeah.
Because there is, at the Masters, the day before they walk around their partners and their kids do a round with them.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what you're thinking about.
Actually,
you've mixed up fantasies.
Have they missed a nickname for Paulina Gretzky? Because she is the daughter of the great one. Surely she's the great plus one.
Us too.
Right, are we
There you
gonna...
go. I'm walking out. That's a good nickname.
Good night.
Let's discuss Chad Powers. We've been discussing sporting alter egos for the last couple of weeks here on the show, G Lane.
Yeah.
Really, we've just been trying to find a way to let people know about what we wish we were, I guess. And you submitted one, I submitted one, Manai submitted one, and a whole bunch of listeners have submitted one. And then today we're going to decide who wins $500 for the best sporting alter ego.
Okay. Well, is this the winner? We're going to play it.
We have two, so I need you guys to decide between the two of them who the winner is.
So this is your best sporting alter ego. Okay, first one. Yours, please.
Yeah, guys, my alter ego, Icelandic, 6'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, Nobby Robertson, a washed-up rugby player / coach, failed to transfer his domestic success into the international scene. So now just focus on touring around the world and participating in extremely wounding outdoor breakdancing events on grass, wearing a shirt and tie.
The sheep in the background at the end there was good for me, actually.
Beautiful audio.
Yeah.
In fact, if he's just back a bit from the mic, it's a perfect country calendar episode as far as I'm concerned.
Ding, ding,
so what is? I don't
ding,
understand
ding,
this game
ding.
at all.
So
So
that's the first
That's
option.
the first one. Basically, it's like an alter ego. Chad Powers is a Disney Plus program that's coming out where...
with Eli Manning.
Well, it's based on the Eli Manning thing,
Right,
and it's now turned into a kind of a Ted Lasso type show.
Right.
And my alter ego was Mickey Wilkinson, and mine was a 6'4" left arm fast bowler of Northern Districts, blonde mullet, lives in a railway carriage in Raglan.
I've seen the photos on social media.
Grows persimmons. So that's that's what I'd like to come back as.
Right.
If I was going to come back as an alter ego in the sports land.
Are you a left armer?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and the idea is that Glenn Powell, of course, in the Chad Powers show, is he gets cancelled and then has to create a sporting alter ego so he can still perform at the highest level because he's been cancelled.
Yeah.
So he's had to create a different thing. So that's how the TV show
We can
works.
all relate to that.
And Mania went for Lux Hoover Dyson, who was a second grade rugby league prop.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I went a bowls prodigy. Titled BJ
good
Johnson.
stuff.
So
Right.
So
our
that was
three.
the first. That was the first finalist.
I mean, we're gonna make someone's day and ruin someone's day.
Yeah,
aren't
okay.
we?
That's what we do. though.
Okay, let's get...
We do that daily anyway.
My sporting alter ego is Brian Duplessis. Word on the street is he almost made the Proteas back in '94. But after a large afternoon at the Braai, we drank 36 castle lagers. He bowled 12 wides consecutively and retired in disgrace. These days you'll see him down at the schoolyard, telling the children if he wasn't such a puss, he'd pitch it up a little and knock his fucking head off. What could have been?
That's good.
That's very good.
Only because the puss. I'm going to give it to him because he said the puss.
That's a very watchable show as well because that feels quite real. You know, I think I could
I'd
see
watch that TV show for sure.
If you've played cricket with South Africa,
Oh, fuck it, man.
Yeah.
the intensity level is high.
Okay.
Like if a Kiwi doesn't get given a bowl, he'll have a grizzle at home or maybe sort of like just leave a bit early, but still, and actually not even leave early, just have a bit of a, you know, he's not loving it. But if a South African doesn't get a bowl, oh shit.
One of my core memories is while captaining the Copper Cricket Club back at about the age of 14, 15, because no one else was able to show up every week. We had a guy called Justin.
So you were the only sober one.
I was the only sober one at the time, and Justin was playing. He was a South African hard, and I gave him out LBW when I was a player umpire.
Oh.
He didn't speak to me for about 6 weeks, and then when he did, he went fucking berserk, and it was during a net session about
Not
4
giving
weeks
him out.
later, giving him out LBW.
Okay, so
You blind polar bear.
what are you talking about? So I'm going to take votes. Okay, so my vote is the South African one purely because he said "da puss" in the middle of it as well, and I quite liked his storytelling.
It's hard to look past the accent, isn't it?
What's your one, James? Who are you voting for?
I'm going for the South African.
Oh, there he goes. It's the South African. Then is it a clean sweep?
Yeah, it was going to be a down try.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
Well, congratulations. You've won the $500 cash. Here you go. Let's listen to it one more time. The winning Chad Powers alter ego.
Oh, congrats, mate.
My sporting alter ego is Brian du Plessis. Word on the street is he almost made the Proteas back in '94. But after a large afternoon at the Braai, we had drank 36 castle lagers. He bowled 12 wides consecutively and retired in disgrace. These days you'll see him down at the schoolyard, telling the children if he wasn't such a puss, he'd pitch it up a little and knock his fucking head off. What could have been?
Well, congratulations, Brian du Plessis.
You don't pitch it up to knock someone's head off, though, do you? That's only put a little bit of accuracy feedback here, thanks. But apart from that, yes, we do. And it took me back to, like, there was some, the thing is, the talent of South African cricketers, like, I was just playing club cricket in England, and we had, like, there's a couple of guys there who were freaks. They were so bloody good.
They were big fans of the Kolpak, weren't they? Because there's heaps of South Africans trying to get into county cricket. Like
Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you, no Disney Plus. Wait till you meet Chad Powers. September 30.
What's that, Tuesday? That's Tuesday, eh?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. See
You
you
know
next
your dates.
Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Let's take a break and come back.
Can I give a shout out to my South African teammates? Frans Herber and Thijs Kraus.
Two of the most South African names ever.
Let's take a break and come back with a couple of yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Hang on. This is the time of the show where we start listening to your feedback that comes through via the iHeartradio app. Just click that microphone button and send us a talkback. But G Lane, you've just flopped a wad of cash out onto the desk.
I'll explain that to you after the yours pleases.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get into the first one of the day. Yours, please.
G'day, my favourite content creators. Just on the back of the old TikTok, can we get G Lane to do the old 1 bear, 2 bear trend? Yep. This is me after 1 bear. And then it just cuts to him 18 bears deep in a couple of fireball nightcaps going, "This is me going to bed." And then he whips out a wristwatch or something like that. Get a few of the other ACC TikTokers in on it. Jeremy Wells, show form. Anyway, love yous, fuckers.
Right, okay, I've got a couple of things to say about this, G Lane. We're about 2 years ahead of this punter, and it is a great idea. We've tried to do it before. You'll be surprised to know Export. They love what we do. Always supporting us, but it's not great optics for them if we've got someone smashing beers. We tried it with you. I remember on the night of the Black Clash pre-party with Chris Gale, it ended with the situation where he was asking to see some titties, and then you got your titties out, and he said not them titties. And then we sent it to Export and said, "Hey, are you okay with us posting this?" And then they said, no, you can definitely not post that, and if you do, we'll be having conversations with your law team there at NZME. So we tried. But thank you for using G Lane's correct and official title.
Content creator and influencer.
That's right. And that is how
I will track you down. I will track you down, and I will kill you.
That would be fun, though. Is there any way we can release that without... I don't know. Can we find a loophole on that?
On the dark web?
Have you seen that trend, McOnie? Quite often it happens at weddings. So you'll go up to someone and go, "Hey, my name..." So you'd be drinking, and I'd come up to you with a camera and say, "Hey, I'm James McOnie, and this is me after 1 beer." And then you do that after every drink, and you could see the progression of the evening.
The progression, the decline, whatever, the
decline
debauchery.
Is the right word,
So, okay.
I would say the ascent rather than...
The problem is like... the ascent, to immortality. He flew too close to the sun, and then Mike Lane crashed. But I think, like, we could do it. Could we get Morgan Freeman? Can I do it? I don't know. Are you allowed to do a Morgan Freeman accent? I don't know. We just talk. Yeah,
just did.
That's it. It was. I don't know who I was doing then, but it just felt like a documentary person.
Right, let's get into the next one. Yours, please.
Oh, Grim Lane struck again, didn't he? Last week, talking to Matt Heath about how Taranaki had the next Shield Challenge, completely blanking Otago, and then Heath pulls you up on it, and suddenly you're cursing us. You took the shield off us. Didn't even deserve it when Waikato had it. You had 3 men and a James McOnie there. And what's with the cowbells anyway? I haven't seen a cow in the Waikato with a cowbell. Bored.
Oh, actually, he's got a good point there at the end. I haven't seen a cowbell on a cow in the Waikato for a long, long time.
No, and they now wear the halter, the kind of electronic things, with the electronic herding.
That's right, yeah.
So we should wave around little IT.
Does that open the
beacons.
gates for them and stuff? Or?
Yeah, and it gives them a little signal when to go to the milking shed and when to turn left and right.
So, does it?
It does.
Is it like a PlayStation controller?
Yeah, it's called halter. It's basically
2 shocks to turn left.
It's basically a remote herding, and so eventually they won't need fences because the cows are so thick they won't go near it because they'll get a bit of.
Fucking cows are dumb.
But it's like,
right, yes. So it stops them going to
yeah. So and it directs them, so you don't have to do any herding or anything. You just press a button, go. You're online. You're on your phone. Just go get the girls to the shed now. Dunk.
But how do they start though?
I suppose the gate opens and they just. I'm sure they have to do it a few times, and then once they get used to
like
it.
Brown's cows, it'll take a while. Anyway. What was the complaint about the Golden Point try? Was that? Because I love that Golden Point try.
I think it was a complaint around the fact that we didn't even consider Otago winning the Shield, and that was going to go back to Taranaki, I think.
No, I think he was a Canterbury fan, and he was very upset that you cursed Canterbury.
Oh, I'm happy to curse Canterbury every day of the week.
And they lost the Shield to Otago.
Right. I mean, thoughts and prayers to that punter. I could do with one of those.
Well, the ACC is cursed by Canterbury. I mean, look at this actual podcast.
Yeah, it's just curses.
Well, no, I think
it's all up the walls.
Another perspective on that, a slightly more glass half full approach would be that Canterbury props up this ACC. I could do with one of those herding devices on a night out. If you're at a bar or something like that, and you just get a bit of a shock if you go out of range.
Yeah,
it's actually.
Sorry.
It's a good idea that.
Well, I had
could we get some? Could the ACC have? I mean, you don't really need walkie-talkies anymore, but I always loved walkie-talkies
on a night out. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I remember having the pronunciation shock collar when Storm Hitawa was on the commentary with me.
Yeah.
And we did the first ever Moana Pacifica game, and we smashed some kava, and then I butchered every single Moana Pacifica name while he sat there and shocked me every time I got it wrong.
You haven't been the same since.
No,
actually.
I haven't.
You haven't spoken the same.
And I haven't been able to pronounce a Moana name correctly since.
No, Pellegrini came in. You're
that was
right with the Italian ones.
Yeah.
There's a bit of it. That's what pissed off.
Savage.
Pissed off Storm.
Tom
Savage and Pellegrini. Absolutely nailing it.
They touched the ball a lot, Pellegrini and Tom Savage. Tom Savage played halfback, first fight. He was kicking goals. He scored a lot of tries.
Yeah, that's what pissed them off the most, is how easily you switch to the Italian and the Anglo-Saxon names.
Right, next one, yours, please.
G'day, fellas. Hey, I heard through the grapevine that big Wallaby captain Harry Wilson was actually quite a handy cricketer back in his day. Should we be trying to get him in for the Black Clash? Because I tell you, there'll be nothing that would get me more rock hard than watching him and Kevin Reid stroll out to the middle, opening the batting for Team Rugby. Whew, that would get me going. Anyway, love yous, fuck yous.
Certainly would be. There would be a couple of big units if old Rito and Harry Wilson came out to bat. But they'd be coming up against Tim Southey and Neil Wagner.
Well, Wagner, geez, you don't want that, do you? Yeah. And even Kyle Mills goes hard out, doesn't he? He's
he has to.
He goes a hundy.
The first couple of years he didn't go a hundy, you remember? And he got tonked. Right. And people were going, useless. He's like, fuck this then.
He's in training like Rocky right now. I think, so Harry Wilson is a good cricketer. Well, I think I reported here on the pod that Mitch Barnett is a good cricketer. Yes. I was recommending him from the Wars. Generally, those Aussie guys are pretty. They're the sporty kids at school, and most of them are pretty good at cricket.
Yeah. So, because you got to remember, cricket in Australia is their national sport. It's their rugby.
You have to play it.
Yeah.
So whether Harry Wilson and McCrate Day and all those guys,
they can all roll an arm over.
We actually haven't talked about the Wallabies, but I just wanted to say James O'Connor playing 10. That's kind of interesting, juicy. And then I was looking at it going, they've got the makings of a pretty good team, because even Tate McDermott, the cabin boy coming in at halfback, is good. And Wilson and McCrate Day are sort of on the trajectory to being greats, aren't they? I think.
Yeah, and
they're going to be Wallabies greats by the end of it.
Yeah, you got Tom Hooper as well. Yeah, on the blind side,
and then of course Joseph Suoliti is already their best player by frickin' miles. So
Tizano on the bench as well.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the equation is for. Do you need 5 greats? So remember that 2010 team, the All Blacks. We had 10 greats. 2015, sorry. Yeah. The 2015 World Cup team, there were 10 greats.
Yeah.
But then maybe you only need 5, and then 10 very, very, very goods to be a World Cup winning team.
Yeah.
Because they're on their way to 5 greats right now, I reckon, the Wallabies.
How many do we have right now?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Cam Roygaard's on his way to being great.
Yep, you got.
He's on his way. Will Jordan.
Definitely.
Yeah, you got
Hardy is great.
Hardy, yep.
Bodie is a great. Yes, he's been. He's still part of it. Who else? Maybe. Cody. Cody's a great.
Yep.
And then Dog Roll
On the verge.
On the verge of great. Geordie heading in that way. Side Titty could be great. Yeah, so you're getting these guys who you think, okay, they are on the pathway or have been on the, have been there.
The Aussies are getting Marky Mark back as well, though.
This is the thing. A good call. So Mark Nawangani Tawasi comes back, and then you've got, it's weird, but Tongan Thor, Taniela Tupou, he sort of went off the rails. He's back on. So is he going to be considered one of the bloody goats as well?
How much of a that's a little bit of a de-shrinker for the Roosters in the NRL, isn't it, about Marky Mark? Because he's like,
that's why he should have never won Rookie of the Year, because he's going to leave.
I'm going to play a couple of years, and I'm going to go back and play the World Cup. See ya.
Yeah.
And then was it old? I know Max Jorgensen's playing 15, but I think is it Tom Wright?
Yeah, he's handy.
He's handy, and I think he's on his way to being great. So they've got that. They've got the building blocks there. They've got the building blocks. That's all I'm saying.
According to this article here, Harry Wilson, just back to the cricket thing for just a moment, apparently still holds the GPS score records for the fastest century after smacking 100 from 35. The record still stands to this day.
Whoa.
Get him in, G Lane.
100.
Okay.
35.
Talk to Carlina from Duco.
I'll talk to Carl's. I'll make some calls.
Next one, yours, please.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. It's Blakey here. Just want to say, firstly, thank you for the shout-out the other day. Truly appreciate that. And just want to give credit where it's due to Mashy, who's really been making the most of what Betcher has to offer. As someone who's been on the Betcher bus for quite some time now, I was wondering, Mashy, could you hook me up with one of those Betcher hoodies? I feel like I could really rep it with the enthusiasm that it deserves.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good.
Fuck yous.
Wind it up, Blake Dawson.
Shot, Blakey.
Wind it up, Blake Dawson.
No, I love your work,
mate.
You
copped a bit of shit yesterday from old Carl about that. So
Carl wasn't happy, but
we take it offline.
He's in bed with the other one, so I can. Yeah, Blakey, no worries, mate. I can hook you up with the Betcher hoodie. I've got a couple over there. How does a beige one sound?
Take it offline.
I've also got a couple of caps there. If anyone else wants those, sing out. Betcher, great merch. More? Anyway, next one, yours, please.
2 more.
Listening to the podcast, and Joe Jury starts listing off places of South Canberra trying to correct Mashy and G Lane. He goes, Timaru, that's good. Waimiri, that's correct. And then goes, Oamaru, it's North Otago. What the fuck? I feel like Joe doesn't get enough backlash through the voice thing. So,
I agree.
Yeah, it's a bit of hate for you, Joe.
Good.
I agree. Yeah, good.
Fucking you won that Baves in the Waimak.
Yeah, good. Look, I'm glad that someone's pulled up Joe, because Joe.
But why did no one pull up Joe on the day? Like, that's amateur bay. You didn't.
Yeah, it's their fault.
No, you didn't pull him up for.
Exactly, McOnie.
Come on.
Exactly.
Lane.
Look, I didn't grow up in that hick town.
Everyone knows that's where North Otago plays.
Thank you,
I
James.
don't care. These guys wire on about that part of the world so much that my eyes glaze over.
Okay.
And all I can hear is cowbells.
And
I can't believe I need to come in and do the pod every day for these terrible geography.
It was actually
atrocities.
a test. It was a test. It was a test to see who knew where Oamaru was.
Yes.
And it is in North Otago, as we all know.
Good for you, Joe. Nice.
But nobody stepped up to say.
Do you think anyone plays that game with Putin? These cities are in Ukraine. Not anymore.
Okay, right. One more, apparently. Here we go. Yours, please.
Whew, sorry, almost died there. Forgot what I was talking about, but just been in between sending these messages. I've been corporate invited to the AB's game on Saturday. Nice. Just questioning. They said come at midday for this boozer. How booze can you get? I always go with the slowest antelope, as long as you're not the drunkest there. But love some tips and rules and reads for the corporate work boozer. Cheers, love you, fuckers.
Yeah, it's dangerous, isn't it? If you're marking yourself on the wounded antelope at the back of the pack, then chances are you're going to be at the back of the pack.
I mean,
you shouldn't keep an eye on that wounded antelope and say, I'm not as wasted as that person.
That punter there, is that him at, base level? Is that what he operates at? Gee, so he's already running at about 1.5 speed.
Yeah, I think I would recommend going on the kind of Export Ultra type strength. It's a good 4.2er.
Yep.
Don't start on anything punchy and work your way into it.
Stay away from anything
That's an
hazy.
early start. Doesn't kick off till 5. 4 hours of corporateness.
If you can see through the pint, then drink it.
Yep. Yeah,
if you
good
can't,
advice.
I'd leave it for a while, but that's all I'd have to recommend.
Yeah,
as a man that didn't take that advice when he was in Hamilton and then started commentating Ricky Ritelli on the wing.
Or go hard, pass out, and come back.
That's also a good option. Quick 2 hour snooze.
Yep.
In the lobby. Happy days.
Just one word on Jimmy Kimmel being reinstated. I was just going to think, do we need to cancel G Lane in some way and bring him back, and then the ACC gets this massive ratings boost?
Oh, yeah.
Because
do I have to come back and cry?
Did he cry?
Yeah.
And his first, I watched the monologue.
No, he choked up. Talking about how Charlie's wife forgave the killer, and he choked up about that, saying how big how grown up that was of her and how mature that was of her.
Yeah.
And amongst just side digs that Charlie would have loved that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. But I've one thing I liked when he made his comeback, he showed some of the text exchanges between all his staff and crew and their friends and loved ones, and there was a mum who goes something like, should I cancel my holiday? I can't, because and no, mum, we just don't know what's happening yet. And she goes, well, I can't think of another job you can do. Did you win a maths prize in middle school? And she goes, oh no, that was your brother Joe. and then she's a writer on the show, and she goes, it's okay, mum, and I did win a math prize in middle school, by the way. And the mum finishes by going, well, what good is that to you now? It's like,
that's why we have to be careful about encouraging the cancellation of G Lane, because at some point
stuff there though.
My mum, she would say exactly, goes, you've not got anything else.
Yeah, I've got no other options as well, G Lane. So you have to behave, mate.
So it was good. It was the return of Jimmy Kimmel has been very good for the show.
Yes. Well, how do we engineer that though? Because
re-release
it's really
video.
hard to be cancelled. Re-release which video? Which one?
There's so many. Just
involving a
pick
physio.
one.
Well, you have a rugby commentary this Saturday to.
Oh yeah, okay. Is there a female physio floating around the All Blacks and
God, no.
and Aussie team? Because if there is, hand jobs all around.
Cancel.
Hey, quick before we go, Mashy, you're off for a couple of weeks. Speaking of being suspended,
I'm going to NAM.
You're going to NAM. Now, I've got $20 US here for you. And here's the challenge, okay? $20 in NAM, that'll buy you a small little house.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might buy me property.
So here's $20 US. Now, I'll pass it to James to give to you.
This is very generous, by the way. Thank you.
The challenge here is you need to spend that $20 US on something so stupid.
Okay. And I need to bring it back.
And report it back. I want it on socials, though. I don't want to bring it back. It could be anything.
So I can consume it over there?
Yeah, you can consume it. You do anything. I just needs to be the most reckless use of
hang on
$20 US. Maybe, but not too illegal.
Yeah.
I don't want,
No, of course. So what's a reckless way that I can spend this $20? I'll get brainstorming, yes.
My best mate lives in Vietnam.
Whereabouts?
He's a lady boy called Sula. No, he's a teacher over there.
Oh, whereabouts?
He might be a lady boy. I'm not sure what's happened to him.
He could be a lady boy if you want.
He could be. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Have you watched season 3 of The White Lotus?
Yes.
Where the bro goes into that monologue about, how he's sitting with his mate, the guy that's
he's tried everything and everything.
He's tried everything.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like might happen to me by the end of this trip.
So my mate is a teacher over there, John Rogers. Look him up.
Johnny Rogers.
Johnny Rogers.
What a great name.
Sounds
Johnny
like a hell of a
Rogers,
time.
the Jolly Roger. Buck Rogers, we call him Buck. And Sally, his lovely wife, they're there in Ho Chi Minh City. So
they're in Ho Chi Minh.
Look them up.
We're only there for a couple of days.
Okay, so we'll safe travels though, Mashy.
No, I love yous.
I look forward to seeing what you spend that on.
As do I. Okay, boys, go well. Have a good weekend.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.